This is IDP Broadcast. Before we continue, the IDP Cultural Archives Division reminds viewers that recovered materials from off-world missions are preserved for public study and historical record. Access to approved archives is available through all educational channels. We now return to our special report, EREBUS-2200, Part 8, Evidence of Survivors. Following the recorded contact event and continued audio anomalies, the Asterion crew proceeded into an uncharted section of the structure. This area differed from previously explored sections. The layout was irregular. Surface patterns showed repeated disruption. At approximately 12 hours into the mission, the crew identified the first confirmed evidence of post-incident activity. Markings were observed along the walls at consistent intervals. The markings were grouped. Each group contained a series of linear cuts. The cuts were uniform in depth but varied in length. Spacing between groups suggested intentional counting. No symbols or language structure were identified. Material analysis confirmed the markings were made using biological residue. Trace composition indicated organic origin. Further examination showed multiple layers of markings. Older sets were partially obscured by newer ones, indicating repeated use over an extended period. At 12 hours and 5 minutes, the crew identified structural modifications. Sections of wall material had been removed. Edges were not clean. The removal method was not mechanical. No tools were recovered. The removed sections appeared to have been repurposed. Fragments were found arranged into simple forms. Some were shaped into elongated edges. Others were blunt and reinforced. These objects were consistent with improvised tools. At 12 hours and 8 minutes, the crew entered a confined compartment containing grouped materials, including fabric and suit components. Several pieces displayed partial identification markings. The markings did not match any known Earth registry. Serial formats were inconsistent with Asterion systems. Condition analysis indicated long-term use. Multiple repair attempts were visible. Layered reinforcement suggested adaptation for repeated stress. At least one suit segment had been modified to extend functionality beyond standard operational limits. At 12 hours and 11 minutes, the crew identified residue patterns along the floor, indicating repeated movement through the area. Directionality was inconsistent. No clear entry or exit path was defined. The patterns overlapped. At 12 hours and 13 minutes, audio recordings captured a distinct change. Movement sounds became less frequent. Intervals increased. The pattern suggested observation rather than pursuit. Crewmember Ashley Kersey reported a sustained sense of proximity. She stated the presence did not move away when the team advanced. No visual confirmation was obtained. Thermal scans remained negative. At 12 hours and 15 minutes, the crew identified a reflective surface integrated into the wall. The surface quality differed from surrounding material. It produced a partial reflection under direct light. Helmet footage shows the team in formation. Behind them, within the reflection, a secondary form is visible. The form does not match any recorded crew position. The height of the form exceeded that of all present personnel. Proportional analysis suggests a figure above 2 meters. The image persisted for less than 1 second. No direct visual confirmation was recorded outside the reflection. At 12 hours and 16 minutes, audio logs captured a low-frequency sound. The sound pattern resembled controlled breathing. The source was not identified. No corresponding thermal or motion data was recorded. The crew maintained formation and withdrew from the area. No pursuit was recorded. End of Part 8. Stay tuned for Part 9.